Today's sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the beautiful city of Seattle. We welcome you inside Lumen Field, the home of the Seahawks. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Seattle Seahawks. On the visitor sideline, Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin. His guys come in losers of 3 straight following a victory in Week 1. On the other side, the Seahawks, it's Mike McDonald. Settle in. We think we've got a good one. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen with you. And we are underway in the Pacific Northwest. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
Well, he certainly had a little bit of a gunslinger mentality a week ago, Mike, and for better or for worse, he was throwing the ball.
Oh, right at the outside, he lost the football. One of the Steelers has it. And he's going to score. Do you believe this start? Opening minute of the game. Fumble recovery and a touchdown. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they forced the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
No problem there on the extra point, and the Steelers will race out to a quick 7-0 edge. Nothing is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This will be returned from the 6. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Seahawks offense ready for this next possession. Greg, I love the evolution of the NFL. Every 3-4 years feels like things change a little bit. Right now it feels like we're in a running back, running game era. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely. And the league has such a funny way of continuing to reinvent itself. Years ago, 15, 20 years ago, Mike, this was a running back-led league. It was play action. Quarterbacks were under center. And then what offenses realized was the best way to score points is to generate explosive plays. Get a bunch of yardage all at one time because it's very hard to sustain possessions in the NFL. So as a result, they said, okay, what's the best way to generate big plays? It's to throw the ball downfield. So it became a very pass-heavy league, and then now defenses had to answer. The days of the big defensive tackles, the 260-pound Mike linebackers, everyone now on the field had to be able to defend space and defend the pass, and there was a lot more air on the field created by the defenses. So now, as a result, the offenses are saying, okay, we're throwing into all these bad looks, all these teams playing dime and multiple defensive backs. We're now going to take advantage of smaller bodies on the field, and we're going to run the ball at you. So the way I like to classify it is like offenses aren't running the ball more because they want to. Offenses are running the ball more because defenses are encouraging them to do that and saying, I dare you to run the ball 40 times this game and generate enough big plays to score enough points to beat me.
Opportunity here to make up for that fumble return from earlier. They have it first and goal. Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Seahawks. His second rushing touchdown of the year.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
The extra point, up and good. And the Seahawks will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Washington now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They are led out by a man who's done this now for a long time. Their veteran quarterback.
In last week's game, the opponent just really neutralized him and, frankly, this entire passing game. Nobody was open. When they were, he missed some throws. Offensive line had some protection issues. It just overall was a poor performance. So they understand they're going to come into today's game and have some success. They've got to find a way to get some explosive production and some efficiency out of this passing game.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up a 14 and a first down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. To him and take him down, take it back to the other side of midfield.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
Back to throw. Quick throw here is complete. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. And here comes 4th down. Hill with the throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will have that first down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on 4th down. This one complete to Washington. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the Seahawks.
They'll look to throw yet again. Now quick throw taken in by Brown. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
To the ground, a first down run. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. Here's a run. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
That's complete on the tight end screen. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. 3rd and goal. He'll drop the throw. That is caught side of the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That touchdown, #1 for him on the year. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go in, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. Here comes a return from the 3. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Seahawks offense back onto the field for their next possession. It has been a roller coaster of a start. Fumble return for a touchdown. The opening drive but atoning for it on the next drive, scoring the last time they had the ball. A peek at his receiving numbers from a week ago, part of the offensive performance that led them to victory. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Wilson now going to keep it on the zone read. And he'll get this up close to a first down, working it to the 33-yard line. 3rd and inches. They'll try to sneak it here, and he will have the Seahawks first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll run. This is Penny. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here comes 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
The shotgun. Wilson. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the first down.
45-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. Wilson will throw again. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. 14-7 is our score. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Seahawks football beginning this 2nd quarter. Looking to convert for the 3rd time on this drive. They'll need another here. It's 3rd and 2 as we are ready to get back underway. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Brings up 4th and short. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Washington now to return it. Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense.
Disley is the man in motion. They'll try to run this one in. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
Look, Mike, I realize most people, if they saw a lineman of his size waiting for him, they would just run the other way. But it's his job to try to find a way around the big fella and get what he can. Running backwards only turns a small setback into a much bigger one.
Offside, defense. until second down.
Penalty yards marched off, and they'll try it again on second and goal. Wilson to throw. And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on third and goal.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
You can tell what the decision is about how they want to approach fourth down by what they call on third down. If that was a run play, then you can bet they were going to go for it on fourth. But because it was a pass, and then they take a sack, I think this coach on fourth down is leaning towards settling for 3.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Seahawks are back within a point. It's 14-13.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Drive will start on the ground. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
37-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
They'll try to set up the screen here. Good hustle by the defense. He beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
So barring an aggressive decision here on fourth down, it looks like this is going to be a 3 and out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
And they'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Begin the drive on the ground with Penny. And he dances away from one defender on his way. Gain of 7. From 29. Here's 2nd and 3. They go play action with Wilson. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. 3rd down and 3.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll go underneath here. The running back's out of the backfield.
The Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A run here with Penny. Into the secondary at the 45. 20, 15, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job, and back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
The extra point is good. And the Seahawks will open up a 6-point lead.
Steelers, 14.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to take over once again. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That one hauled in. It's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
And the Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. That's a Steeler 1st down.
1st down, Steelers.
Here's a run with their tight end. Trying to use that big body to go forward. Gonna get to the line of scrimmage, but nothing after that.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 2.
Try again, and 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
Steelers 1st down. A gain of 13 yards. And the Steelers 1st down.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
At the 34-yard line.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. It is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's Smith-Schuster. That one good for 18 yards. And to the 18-yard line.
That's good for a Steelers 1st down. A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Pittsburgh.
So they move inside the 20. 1st and 10 at the 18. On play action, he'll set up to throw. A throw behind his man. Can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down.
A pass. A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Needless to say, there aren't many plays on the call sheet for that down and distance. So instead of doing something crazy and forcing a ball into coverage, he realizes that primary read wasn't there. Throw this ball away and puts an end to this drive.
Maher's kick is good. And the Steelers will cut the lead from 6 down to 3. So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it 1st down. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
A 7-yard pickup.
2nd down, they need 3.
the 6-yard line.
They'll throw out of the gun. He'll get this out to his running back. And he goes out of bounds at the 3, and from there it's going to be first and goal.
First and goal, Pittsburgh.
Now a handoff to the tight end in the running game. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut, and he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
The PAT up and good. And the Steelers will go up by a point here in the second quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Seahawks.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll get this to Disley on the right. Still on his feet. And he will go all the way. Jake Brenningstool. Touchdown, Seahawks. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year. Using the tight end to get to the end zone, Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Steelers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. He's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. That's caught by Tolbert right side. Here's a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They'll look to throw again. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. Back to throw. He'll get this one complete to Brown. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
1st down, Steelers.
Back to the air one more time. Quick throw here is complete.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Ball loosely, and it is out. And the Seahawks have come up with the recovery.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
The Seahawks offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. Timeout Seahawks. That is their second. They'll stop with just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
It is 2nd and 6. And the shotgun. Wilson. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
6 yards to go.
And deep for the back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The Seahawks sending out their punt team. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
One final throw before the break, and that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. The first month of the season has come and gone. Some early surprises, some early disappointments as well. Let's get into it. Our trip around the NFL starts now with a good divisional matchup in the black and blue NFC North. And it's the Vikings quarterback. He went for more than 300 yards passing, including this, one of his 3 touchdowns through the air. The Vikings move to 3-2 as they get back above 500 with the victory. From there, why don't we go to Cleveland? Let's check in on the Browns as they host the Baltimore Ravens. And this is the Ravens quarterback. He pulls it, and now he's thinking 1st down. Now he's thinking touchdown. 31 yards on the scramble for the score. The Ravens with an important W. They didn't want to start 1-4, and they won't following their victory here. Lastly, let's go to MetLife Stadium. It's the Giants taking on the Eagles. And it's the Giants tight end. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Giants get a 2nd straight win after that 1-2 start. And time for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the National Football League. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we get you back out to the second half and rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. First and 10. That is caught out wide on the RPO. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. That's a Steeler first down. They'll go right back to Connor. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
Brings up second and 9.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and 9. He'll drop to throw. This one complete to Washington. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Gain of 10 yards. That's good for us.
Throwing now on first and 10. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
It's now second and 10.
Here's a give up the middle. Connor. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Pittsburgh.
They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he's in! Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Second touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike. And you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
The extra point is up and through. And the Steelers have taken the lead by a point here in the third. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. They'll begin here on the ground. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down. So no 3 tight ends here on first and 10. They go play action with Wilson. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Short throw taken in by Disley. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. This one finds Lockett down the left side. And they'll take this down inside the 35. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width.
He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. The
Defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Wilson. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
It's now 3rd down.
Lockett headed in motion. We'll try and set up the tight end screen. He's going to have that first down. Gain of 6 as they convert on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Play action. Now Wilson. Forced out left.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Here's Wilson to throw. Oh, trouble, and down he goes.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. And he couldn't get free along the sideline. He's out of bounds, no gain, and it sets up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Seahawks will take the lead here in the 3rd quarter.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Steelers' offense. And their running back set to go once more. They trail by 2 and will start this drive with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. His 8th reception of the game, and good for a first down. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
A gain of 16 yards.
It's a draw and a give to Connor. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, on the back of the previous play, Mike, we saw him have some success through the air. They try to change it up with a draw, but the defense wasn't having any of it. Didn't sell out for the pass. They're able to stop that one for a loss.
To the left side, it's caught by Brown. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
The open man is Tolbert. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. Steelers getting ready to put this one away. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. And that one not returnable, out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll work ahead for about 5 to the 25.
On the tackle. It's a gain of 5.
They go play action now. Wilson, and a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
32. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Throwing is Wilson. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Wilson now off the bootleg. That's into the hands of the fullback. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Wilson will throw again. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. It's 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Throwing again. Wilson. He's got the first down and more than that. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
To throw again is Wilson. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Steelers' 23-yard line.
Again, Wilson. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd down, here's Wilson. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that's going to bring up 4th down.
5 yards.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem. And that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here comes Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Start this drive on the ground, and it's Connor. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Steeler first down. He'll drop to throw. Right back to Brown. He's got it again. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
He'll look to throw.
47-yard.
There's that man again. Another catch. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game, and that one. A first down. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
First down, Pittsburgh.
They'll look to throw yet again. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to the air one more time. That one brought in by James. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain?
That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, Steelers. That his first touchdown this year. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead?
And he will get into the end zone. The conversion is good, and the lead is up to 3 here in the fourth quarter.
Seahawks, 33.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. 2nd and 10.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. The toss, left side, caught by his running back. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. They get 19 on that pass play. First down, Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
The shotgun, Wilson. That's complete to lock it outright. From the 46, here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
The Steelers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. This crowd into it now as we get to third down.
Third and 3.
They'll look to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. His 8th reception of the game. And good for a first down. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Wells, another catch for his favorite target. From the 48-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 9. Off the play fix. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll get this one complete to Brown. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
First down, Steelers.
Now a toss. Connor heading left. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. Timeout Seahawks. That is their 2nd. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Now Seattle will use the final timeout, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. That's a Steeler first down. They'll go again here to Connor. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They'll drop to throw. He takes off.
Quarterback does a nice job here sensing the pressure pretty quickly. Realizes he doesn't have a ton of time to operate from within the pocket. Decides to tuck the ball and rely on his legs. He's able to pick up a positive play.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark.
It's 4th down.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Out comes the Seattle.